Hello, you are welcome to this class. For this class, we're going to look at another allocation. Another allocation. Tinubu government alleged appropriation of 8.05 billion naira for mosques, churches, stirs controversy. But we'll start. What happened to my people? As you can see, the federal government included 8.05 billion naira in the 2026 budget for the construction and renovation of churches and mosques across Nigeria. What you have never heard before. The allocation reportedly covers 6.14 billion for 52 mosque projects. See also 1.91 billion for 7 church projects. Now really Muslim ticket. The decision has triggered criticism over transparency, fairness, and government priorities. Hospitals dey there yesterday na palaces across Nigeria. Schools dey there, they no really send. After all, those ones no get say. Na the one wey fit sit talk, no cover their mouth. Why Nigerians are criticizing it? Critics are asking, why should the government build or renovate religious centers? Why are many beneficiary churches and mosques not clearly named? They don't name them. Why are the exact project locations not fully disclosed? They don't even know their locations. Why are ministries such as agriculture, labor, and marine and blue economic hardly religious projects? Just like yesterday, say cancer center, they build palace, agricultural center or research center. It's like no one will do anything more than making us say used to go and build palace, Why prioritize worship centers when Nigerians need schools, hospitals, jobs, food, and security? This is Daily Post. A Daily Post report. Now they use so. 3. Atiku Abubakar's position. Atiku said religion should not become a cover for questionable government spending. His main argument: churches and mosques have separate legal identities. Therefore, Nigerians deserve to know exactly which religious institutions will receive public money. Roads, hospitals, and schools are normally identified by location and beneficiaries. But many of these religious projects reportedly lack clear beneficiary names and locations. They will say, okay, are you ready to support these people? No, okay. No, go help you. Are you ready to support? Yes, okay. That's why maybe. I don't know the reason why they don't put the name ahead. Article demanded that the government publish every beneficiary church and mosque, every project location, every implementing agency, the legal basis for each allocation. He warned that failure to disclose this information will further strengthen suspicions that religion was being used to conceal the diversion of public funds. His strongest message was government must not use churches, mosques, pastors, priests, and imams as hiding places for questionable budget allocations. 4. Misplaced priority argument. David Etting, one of the critics, described the spending as a misplaced priority. His argument: Nigeria has about 140 million people living in multi-dimensional poverty, according to the figure quoted in the article by Daily Post. Public funds should first address human suffering. 8.05 billion invested in hospitals or schools could improve far more lives. Government should prioritize healthcare, education, industries, poverty reduction, and job creations. His point was that serving people through functioning hospitals and schools may be more meaningful than constructing additional worship centers. Where you are singing, you forget your sorrow. Where you are clapping, quack, quack, you forget your sorrow. When you say Allah back, forget the government. Oh boy, why the ministry allocations are suspicious? Some religious projects will reportedly place other ministries that have no clear religious responsibility. Remember yesterday, Abi? If you have not watched that video, go and watch it. How different ministries were supposed to mind their business. They build palaces across Nigeria. Examples mentioned include the same Ministry of Agriculture who build church or mosque. Ministry of Labor, I bless you, I know they work for them. When I go build some churches or mosque, I beg. This other one, Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy. When I need to go and build mosque for Zafara, I know they work for the office. This creates several problems. It becomes difficult to understand why those ministries are executing religious projects. It weakens public monitoring. It makes accountability more difficult, just like yesterday, bro. It raises questions about whether the projects were inserted mainly to move money through different agencies. Number 6, the 2027 election argument. PDP chieftain Larry Adebowale claimed the allocation has two political purposes: to create channels through which money could be raised for the 2027 election to win the support of Christians and Muslim communities. His argument: government may expect religious leaders and communities receiving projects to support the APC. Renovating a church or mosque shortly before an election may create political loyalty. Master strategies. Religious institutions are influential centers of community mobilization. That's what he said. However, he argued that Christians and Muslims presently need security to worship safely. No be say you go build a church, they go kidnap them for inside the church. Food on their tables, employment for their children, hospitals for their families, protections of life and property. His conclusion: Nigerians are not primarily demanding new churches and mosques. They are demanding a government that allows them to survive and worship safely. 7. The fairness question. Nigeria is a multi-religious country. The allocation raises a constitutional and moral question. Why should public money favor only Christianity and Islam? That is the question they are raising. Other Nigerians include traditional worshippers, followers of smaller religions. Their Guru Maharaj's follower in Nigeria, where they pay taxes. So the one that tax money build only churches and mosques. People who do not practice any religion, atheists, they full Nigeria, they pay taxes. Critics argue that all citizens contribute to public revenue, so government spending should benefit everyone without religious discrimination. There are some Hindus in Nigeria. Some of them don't even nationalize. Some of them are Buddhists. When I go build them temples. The central transparency problem. The strongest issue is not simply that money was budgeted for religious projects. The bigger issue is who exactly is receiving the money, where are the projects located, who select the beneficiaries, which contractor will execute them, what are unrelated ministries involved, what legal responsibility does the federal government have to construct religious buildings. Until these questions are answered, suspicious will remain, according to the article. Kalu, why 1 billion was put in 2026 budget to procure musical instruments for churches? This is what they wrote, just part of it. The attention of the office of the deputy speaker, House of Representatives, and member representing Bende Federal constituency of Abia State, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, has been drawn to the media reports suggesting that 1 billion was inserted in the 2026 budget solely for the procurement of musical instruments for churches in Bende. We wish to clarify that this is a misrepresentation of the intent, the reason, and scope within the cover of the project. The proposed allocation is actually 780 million after tax. What about before tax? Is that the 1 billion and other tax deductions? It is marked as a youth orientation and social support program delivered with evangelic approach through faith-based organizations in Bede Federal Constituency of Abia State. Bede has 30 federal political electoral wards and over 200 churches. The first phase of this project targets 130 of these churches, averaging about 10 churches per ward, which amounts to approximately 5 to 6 million naira per church, Kalu noted. He explained that the funds were intended to support the purchase of evangelical instruments and public address systems to promote campaigns against vices like the spread of narcotics, sexual offenses, knacking anyhow, violent crimes, while instilling discipline, values, peace, and character development among young people in the communities. They say they won't stop. Just imagine this kind of strategy. We pick out all the churches, then churches, then churches. This pastor will be advertised every Sunday, that will be advertised. Not about development again. This country, that imam will sing our praise, he must vote. Look at how our church is beautiful, they love us, give them time. Oh, APC. Ah, what do you think? Want to drop off comment section? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.
This is one channel behind you. Yes. What APC cannot do does not exist. Yeah. Not be like they believe master strategy according to them. They get many strategies to loot money. Can you imagine? Okay. How can you budget 8 billion naira for churches and mosques? As in, I don't understand. And okay, now church now shop them be the problem. Now they want to solve the situation of this country. Whereby we don't have a good hospitals. You understand? No good road, no electricity. You understand? No job opportunity. People are passed through a lot. So no one budget 8 billion naira to churches. As who, okay, the question with Nigeria is now. Okay, who be all those people with involved? Who be all those? Who, okay, make unveil them. Those people with involved. You understand? And the location, make them unveil to Nigeria. If no nothing I do, make them unveil to Nigerians. May we see. Yeah, when they find the way, no want to read 2027 election. Yeah. Okay. After the budget the money to churches now. Okay, all those churches now budget that money to. They preach to their members. You understand? So they as now, they advocate for their members. May they vote for APC. Now that be the reason. Because I don't see any reasons. Yeah. This country is a joke.